I'm going to divorce him. I can't believe it. My marriage to the rich, handsome CEO, Ronald Scott, has been, for the lack of a better term, a sham. Because I discovered a dark secret which I was not supposed to know. This face in the mirror, it belongs to Mrs. Ronald Scott, the woman whose husband paraded countless bimbos around town. The woman who became the laughingstock of the city for taking her husband back every time he cheated on her. Today, this is about to change. I'm a woman on a mission. Goodbye, Mrs. Scott. Hello, Kate Cotter.
Hello, Mrs. Scott.
Where is Mr. Scott? I have an appointment with my husband.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Scott. He's in the middle of something. Ed asked me to come down and...
Breaking news! Ronald Scott and Emily Taylor spotted at the Bellagio. Is he again cheating on his wife? They look so cute together. Netizens are going crazy.
Now, and she was ready to let go. Ronald Scott, the most unrestrained man in New York City. He was not a scientist, but he played a decisive role in the field of science. No one had ever called him a rich brat. He had pushed his enterprise to a peak that it had never reached before. Scientist, a rich brat, CEO, any of those names were both fitting and inappropriate for him. This man was a multi-talented genius.
My wife has beautiful handwriting. Divorce.
Looks like it.
Are you saying I was dumped?
Sam's legs turned to jelly. He would love to say yes, but then he maybe is the one getting dumped off this 80-story building.
Have I not given her enough to spend?
$3 million every month transferred to her account on time, sir.
And have I not given her enough to wear?
Mrs. Scott receives the latest couture from Paris, no later than 3 days from its initial release.
And what about her life? Have I not given her a good life thing?
7 maids, 1 mansion, a personal chauffeur, and a position at Scott's bank. She is the head of the branch.
Well then, tell me, Sam. Why the divorce?
Sam did not know the answer, but Ronald did. It was another annoying trick of Kate's. He was prone to believe that Kate was using some sort of reverse psychology on him. Kate was ready to leave the Scott mansion. She did not bring much when she moved in, and she would only take what belonged to her. Kate's heart no longer pounded when she saw him. Ronald stared at his wife as he got out of the car.
Miss Peters, please get my jacket from the car. Thank you.
Kate's eyes were one of her outstanding features. and they were the only physical attribute that had attracted Ronald. It was fair to say she was different from Ronald's rumored girlfriends. Yet, Ronald had never really cheated on Mrs. Scott, despite the numerous love rumors. Having said that, he did not show her any affection. They did not get married because of love. It was just a matter of convenience for both of them. Would he have married her if it was not for his mother?
Cut to the chase. What sort of games are you playing?
Not truly understanding what he meant, Kate's mind went blank for a second. Trick? Another trick of hers? She was supposed to feel sad, but she smiled.
You're overthinking.
I'm overthinking. You're on touring with me, are you? Reverse psychology, maybe?
If suggesting a divorce embarrasses you so much, then file the papers instead.
Seriously, you really want to divorce me?
Kate wanted to step back as he drew closer. She did not feel any warmth from his tone.
I had to get Sam to hand you the divorce papers and you didn't even show up. All you have to do is sign.
All I had to do. You're acting as if this means nothing to you, Kate. Just come here.
Ronald! Ronald!
Why are you being like this? It's like you're determined to get a divorce.
No, let go of me. This is not right. This is not right. Ow!
Kate, you're still Mrs. Scott. You're still my wife.
I have the right to say no.
What, this more reverse psychology, huh?
Get off.
No.
Ronnie.
Emily called out his name in disbelief. She only said those things to humiliate Kate. Why would she want Kate to be there?
Are you serious? He literally just said he's going to bring her. He just said he's going to bring that crazy woman to that event tomorrow night.
Why do we even care? Like, everybody thinks that, they don't get all well together. Yeah, and, she's as good as Mr. Scott and Mistress, not his wife. Oh, and don't forget, he stood up for you a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you're right. I can make her cry and want to leave again.
Molly smiled in satisfaction. She prayed that Emily would marry Ronald, so she could benefit from their marriage.
You always moan. I never take you to these types of events, and now I'm suggesting it.
I didn't want to disturb Mr. Scott and Miss Taylor.
Well, Mrs. Scott seems to be so concerned about the rumors of an affair.
Ronald was determined that he would make this damned woman admit that this was just another trick of hers. Once again, Kate fell for Ronald's charm, but Ronald had no idea that her determination to divorce him was unshakable.
Hey all, hope you are loving the divorce story. Keep following us as we release a new episode daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all episodes of the audio series by installing the Pocketfm app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the full playlist, tap here, and to watch the next episode, tap here.